Yasodinandana Vrajaparanagara Gokulanandana Yasodinandana Vrajaparanagara
me see one.
I have it there on the phone.
Let me have one of those.
This is a different one, Raja.
So in other words, if I want to sing another bhajan, I have to have the sheet. We don't have one book.
We have another.
Thank you. Please give translation. What language we use?
English. Lord Krishna is the beloved son of Mother Yashoda, the transcendental lover in the land of Vraja. The delight of Gokula, Kana, a nickname of Krishna. The wealth of the lives of the gopis. He steals the mind of even Cupid and punishes the Kaliya serpent. These pure holy names of Lord Hari are full of sweet nectarian pastimes. Krishna is the Lord of the 12 forests of Vraja. He is ever youthful and is the best of lovers. He is always playing on flute and he is an excellent dresser. Krishna is the protector of the inhabitants of Vraja, the destroyer of various demoniac, tender of Nanda Maharaj's cows, the giver of to the cows, land and spiritual senses, the husband of the goddess of fortune, the butter thief, and the beautiful cowherd of Nanda Maharaj. Krishna wanders along the banks of the river Yamuna. He stole the garments of the young damsels of Vraja who were bathing there. He delights in the mellows of the rasa dance. He is very merciful, the lover and beloved of Srimati Radharani, the great dancer of Vrindavan and the shelter and only refuge of Thakur Bhaktivinoda.
Jai. So now if I want to read something from the songbook, this is, anybody has a copy? No. I want to sing Narottam Das, Ishtadeva Vigyapi. It starts Hare Hare, Ifale Janama Gonaya, that one. You don't have it? I doubt it. What about it?
We have Raja Puranala ready.
Okay, let's do that now.
I don't.
This is
Well, who has Bhajan?
Govinda Das. Govinda Kaviyara Das. Adhune Mana Tina Nana Nana Boya Charanara Vindare. Radhe Jaya Jaya.
That's on the board.
Radhe Jaya Jaya.
Yeah, it's there.
It's behind
The board.
Radhe Jaya Jaya. Radhe
Jaya Jaya.
Radhe Jaya Jaya.
Radhe Jaya Jaya.
Ukulataruni Mangala Harike.
Gokulataruni Mangala
Harike. Ukulataruni Mangala Harike.
Gokulataruni Mangala
Chapter 9, text 19. We don't have to translate that. I'm used to stopping and somebody translate. Tapamyaham maham varsam nigrahanyam utsvajami cha amritam chaiva vituscha sadasacham chaham arjuna. Somebody else want to try it? Okay, let's go to translation. O Arjuna, I give heat and I withhold and send forth the rain. I am immortality and I am also death personified. Both spirit and matter are in me. So here, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's philosophy, of course, is a Chintamrita Veda thought for that. Inconceivably, matter is also in Krishna. You get the example of the government. It had many departments, but still it's one. Or another example is the sun. The sun has emanations, the sunlight, which are different than the sun. It also has byproducts, like a lump of coal or oil that we take from the earth. This is nothing but the sun through photosynthesis creating these plants and trees and so on that later on fall down and get compressed into the earth. But the energy of the sun is still in there. So when we take out the lump of coal or the oil, then we can again get the energy from the sun will come out by putting it in the fire. So a lump of coal doesn't look like the sun, but it's nothing but the energy of the sun. So similarly, this floor doesn't look like Krishna, but this is also Krishna's energy. Both spirit and matter are in me, Krishna says. And he is also in everyone's heart as the super soul. So there's some mystery there. And because it's a mystery, some people guess in the wrong way. Like the Christians, they think, oh, there's a devil. And he's diabolically, eternally against God. And so you have duality. And how do you harmonize it? It's difficult. You can't. You blame the devil instead of blaming yourself. In other words, we've come to the material world by our own desire. Not because Adam ate an apple. Why should I have to suffer because he did some mistake? No, I'm here because of my mischief. Because I want to put myself in the center. Every child is born in false ego. So the Christians would say every child is born with original sin. But original sin, where did it come from? Yeah, it comes from our individual misuse of independence. We have some minute independence, which gives us the option to either cooperate with God or to defy Him. So we've chosen, each one of us individually have chosen to put ourselves in the center. And we're born that way. The child at 14 months or something, the psychiatrist said, the child actually thinks he's the center of the universe. We're all born with this false ego. So how do we get rid of it? So the Buddhists and the other impersonal, they say, no, we just have to kill the ego. Remove it, become zero. Or everything becomes one and there's no more ego. They think the problem is ego. They're right, the problem is ego. But the solution is not to kill the ego or to eliminate the ego. It's to have the positive, real ego. When Sarada Goswami came to Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, that was his question. Kayami, who am I and why am I suffering? But Chaitanya Mahaprabhu very perfectly answered, you are the servant of the servant of the servant of the gopis of Vrindavan. So you have an identity. There's your ego. And you're suffering because you've forgotten that. So this Krishna consciousness movement is simply awakening us to our original constitutional position. We don't have to change our position. We just have to find out who we actually are. Of course, that requires we have to be humble. We have to give up this false ego. Therefore, Guru is required. He tells us, we hear Prabhupada on the tape, right? Japa tape. Sit properly. He was like that. He wasn't bashful to correct us. And we needed it. We had a little faith in him, that he was our well-wisher, then that kind of correction was very valuable for us. We learned how to become humble. I can tell you a quick story. I was sent by Srila Prabhupada to London to help the Grihastha couples who had opened a center there. I had been initiated in April, so in June, I saw Srila Prabhupada in Vrindavan and I told him I wanted to open a center in California. But then a few days later he called me and said, so I know you wanted to open a center, but we need help with the center in London, but please go there. So he sent me. And when he came, I was the senior brahmachari, so I was given the service of giving Srila Prabhupada a massage every day. So the first day I gave a massage, I tried my best. But after I said, Srila Prabhupada, I never gave a massage before, so I want to go to the library and get a book on how to give a massage. Reasonable. So I said, it's not necessary. You read Bhagavad Gita, Krishna will tell you how to give a massage. So that was Prabhupada. We didn't have to stop what we're doing to collect knowledge. From whatever position we're in, if we give all our service, all our, you could say love, to Guru and Krishna, then everything will be resolved. So I was telling this story. I was giving massage, and then we had a big open program, first time in London. A lot of Hindus came. The Hindus were there even then, 1969. A lot of Hindus came. And Some of them were challenging. Prabhupada was saying, you should surrender to Krishna, and somebody would say, what about Lord Shiva? Like that. Maybe you have some Hindus here that you have a problem with on occasion. Their philosophy can be altered from the Sanatana Dharma. So anyway, he Prabhupada was very bold. So we had never seen him so bold, because in our personal dealings with him, he was always very humble. So I was inspired, like in a mode of passion. So when I was giving massage to Prabhupada, I was talking. My mood was kind of, me and you probably could take over the world. That was my mood. I didn't say that, but I was thinking something along those lines. And I was massaging and talking and massaging and talking. Prabhupada suddenly said, no! So my hands froze on his body. And then with another voice, like a 7-year-old child, way in his heart, he spoke, very innocently. He said, I am just a humble servant. And I was so embarrassed. I was thinking, I should be in the same room with this person. He's such an aristocrat, and I'm just a wandering slob off the street. What right do I have to be in the same room with him? What to speak of touching his body? And there was a throw rug there. I thought I should go under the rug. So this is how Prabhupada taught. He was genuinely humble. He wasn't artificially saying, I'm a humble servant. He thought himself like that because he was always remembering his Guru Maharaj and Krishna. So in that relationship, he was a humble servant. He was just speaking the truth from his heart. No, I'm a humble servant. And he was teaching by example also, by showing that humility, genuine humility. It made me humble, at least for a few minutes. And like this, we need to become to the point of humility. Another time, I won't say his name, but one of the early devotee, he was a little puffed up. And it was in a house in Los Angeles, maybe in 1968. And Robert said, we are sitting in this room in Los Angeles. And in this house, there are many rooms, but we're in this room. And the house in Los Angeles, there's so many houses in Los Angeles, we're in this particular house. And Los Angeles is one city in the United States, big country, so many cities are there, but we're in Los Angeles. And we're on the Earth planet, which is one small planet in the whole solar system. And then the solar system is the whole universe, like that, you would say. And there are many universes, but there's one person sitting in this one room, he thinks he's very important. But people ask us, right, how do we become humble? Become humble, get in harmony with the truth. The truth is we're a very tiny, smaller particle of Krishna. It's a glorious position because we're eternal, full of knowledge and bliss, but it's very small. But when the small wants to become great, it's ludicrous. We can't become God. This propaganda is false. I was going to yoga class before I became a devotee. And the teacher was telling us when we were meditating, be still and know that you are God. And I was thinking, I heard that I was God. But maybe I should try it. It's like a cheating. That's what brought us here to the material world. We want to be in the center. The child wants to be in the center. If he doesn't get his way, he just screams. So we're coming from that point. So why not be humble? Why are we proud? Oh, I can make money very quickly. Oh, I can charm the ladies. Oh, I can remember so many things. And what is that? Small little things we have. And they're only coming ability. What does Krishna say? I'm the ability in man. Krishna's giving us that ability, but we're claiming it my own. This is mine. I earned it. I have God in my pocket. So it's not like that. Humility is not so difficult if we just understand how stupid we were to turn away from God, to come to this material. Most of the living entities never turn away from God, but we've chosen to. Is that something to be proud of? No, we should all be humble. Then we can hear nicely from the right source. And this is the right source, Bhagavad Gita, Srila Prabhupada's words. How much time do I have? 15 minutes. Okay, purport. Krishna by his different energies diffuses heat and light through the agency of electricity and the sun. During the summer season, it is Krishna who checks rain from falling from the sky. During the rainy season, he gives increasing torrents of rain. The energy which sustains us by prolonging the duration of life is Krishna, and Krishna meets us at the end as death. By analyzing all these different energies of Krishna, one can ascertain that for Krishna there is no distinction between matter and spirit. In other words, he, Krishna, is both matter and spirit. In the advanced stage of Krishna consciousness, one therefore makes no distinction. He sees only Krishna in everything. And then I'll give the example that a mother, she has affection for her child. So as soon as she comes in the room, she sees that her child's clothes are thrown on the floor. She immediately thinks of her child, because love is there. Similarly, as we become more advanced in Krishna consciousness, we actually start to love Krishna, then so many things will remind us of Krishna, and we'll become Krishna conscious, International Society for Krishna Consciousness. Your Prabhupada is trying to train us how to be Krishna conscious, 24/7. But the tendency is to be bodily conscious, especially as they get older, right? If you listen to people talk in their 60s, 70s, they're always talking about, oh, I have this trouble with my knee, I have this, now my children are fighting. So there's always some trouble that they're talking about. Because it becomes troublesome. Sweet 16 and bitter 16. They may be very pleasant and youth. They're running very happily. But a wise person can see what is this, the other side of misery. The guy's telling the story, Prabhupada was once on a morning walk on the bank of a lake, and the fisherman was there. And he caught a fish just before Prabhupada came. So he turned around and showed Prabhupada and the devotees were walking. He was smiling, see, I just got a fish, he was so happy. And Prabhupada said, yes, as they were walking, enjoy, and then suffer. This is inevitable. We're enjoying at the cost of our karma, and then we suffer. We get the same. Therefore, we shouldn't run after happiness or distress. They come automatically. Prahlad Maharaj makes this point. Why bother trying to get some sense gratification in this world? It will come automatically. You'll be walking one day and see the moon. Oh, how beautiful. You didn't plan it, but there's the pleasure. Automatically it comes, some pleasure. And automatically some suffering comes in everybody's life. Who doesn't suffer? Who is the person who can go through life without suffering? No. We're suffering from the moment we're born. The mother's suffering and we're suffering. The child is suffering. Then, old age, disease, death. It's like Govinda Das, the nice bhajan we just read. Like a drop of water on a lotus petal. We want to keep it. But what assurances are there is there of real happiness in all our wealth, our family members, our youth, it's like a drop of water. It rolls off. It runs through our fingers. We want to hold that youth or that happiness, but we can't. But if we become Krishna conscious, the Prabhupada was always telling us, Jai Hare Krishna, be happy. Once he was asked by the lady reporter, are you hippies? Prabhupada said, no, we're happies. But we can be happy, Krishna consciousness, real happiness, which can't be taken away, even in old age, disease, and death. We were with Srila Prabhupada in the last days. He was always peaceful. He knew his position. Like we said, Prabhupada, we want you to stay. He said, whether I stay or leave, in any case, I'm serving Krishna. So, from my perspective, it doesn't matter. That was Prabhupada's move. He was ready to stay, but Krishna had another plan. So he went. So we have to be open to the ongoing inspiration and revelation coming from the Lord. This is the qualification to be a devotee. To be alert for either sense gratification or Krishna consciousness. So, now we're learning. Best thing is to be Krishna conscious. And we see, one thing that keeps me on the path all these years is that the quality of our Guru Parampara Just read a little bit about these people, the Goswamis, Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur, Baladev Vishwanath, coming down, Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur, such brilliant people. And they remain Krishna conscious whole life. Some doubts may come, but then you think, what's the alternative? Why not that there's a God? The atheists make their argument that everything happened by a big bang. But we give the example of like the floor. The floor is here, we can see some patterns, right? If you say, oh, it just happened by chance, that's not very substantial. Everybody knows with a little brain that this was planned like this, to have these squares and the black squares, not just by chance, but that's all they have. Big Bang. And what caused the Big Bang? Oh, we're thinking about that. We'll let you know as soon as we... They're only speculating. Perhaps, maybe, could be. But we have authority. Here, Krishna speaking. We don't have to research. Here it is, coming to us, coming down. I remember when I was first coming to Krishna consciousness, I had a dream. And in a dream, Krishna consciousness was like a big, delicious sandwich. It's just in front of us. And all we had to do is bite into it. But people don't bite into it. No, I don't think it's going to taste good. So they don't take the Krishna consciousness. They see that we're joyful. We were on Harinam today. Many people could see that we're happy. And everybody's looking for happiness, that's a fact. But why not join the Hare Krishna? No, I can't do that. What would my family think? What would It's right there in front of them, but they can't bite it. So by good fortune, we met Srila Prabhupada then, classes, and we got the chance to hear directly from the mouth of the pure devotee. And so very quickly our doubts were removed. We had doubts at the beginning. Who is this blue boy? And I heard that blue boy was God and so on. But then gradually, everything seemed reasonable. Like the Bhagavad Gita is very reasonable. Why not accept it? So we have to be convinced, then we'll be able to give up our doubts, and then we become Nishtha. Nishtha, you know this word, right? We're talking in the car coming. Nishtha means steady. We can't be happy if we're living with the enemy in our own house, in our own room, in our own brain. The mind is the enemy, and so there's control. So this process is to control the mind. Yoga means to control the mind. And at the end of the yoga chapter, because in chapter 6 is the yoga chapter, in the beginning verse 6:6, Krishna said, the mind is the best friend or the worst enemy. So now it's our enemy. But by training it, it can become our friend. Otherwise, how can we be steady? We're living with the enemy, and at any moment, it can rear its head up and say, no, I'm not going to go to Bhagavad. I'm not hell with this Krishna God. We can become, it happens, right? We see. Or even we're big sannyasis, we can fall down. We've seen it. So, we have to be very cautious, very grateful that this is a gift given to us. Therefore we say, causeless mercy. We didn't earn it that in such a way that it is something we can have a coin in our pocket that we earned. No, it's not like that. It's only by mercy. Without Srila Prabhupada's mercy, none of us would be sitting in this room. That's a fact. What was his mercy? That he came against all odds, an elderly age, heart attack, seasickness, no cooperation from God brothers, nobody helping to start the movement in America for 1 whole year. He was loitering without any result, practically. But he persevered. Therefore, we're here. So we all should feel very grateful to Srila Prabhupada, very humble, and endeavor to keep him in the center. This is the key. He told us in the last days, keep the Acharya in the center. Unfortunately, some of the gurus didn't do that. Like one of the gurus I happened to be working with at the time, I wasn't a guru. And so he gave class, and he was saying, I didn't ask to become guru. Prabhupada made me guru. Everybody knows guru is perfect, therefore I'm perfect. And next thing you know, he was shooting his gun in the stores and having sex with his disciples. And I felt sorry for him. And he came to that point also. He almost committed suicide. But this is the fault of thinking we're the Acharya, we're at the same level as Prabhupada. No. What did Prabhupada do? What have we done? So we should always remain humble. That's another way we want to be humble. Just remember Prabhupada. He was humble, like I explained. He really was humble. Because he was always remembering Krishna and his spiritual master. He never felt alone. Once I was alone in Hong Kong by circumstance, and Prabhupada's representative came, Ramananda Swami at the time. And he sent a telegram to Srila Prabhupada in India. Srila Goswami's alone, send help immediately. So after 10 days I got a letter from Srila Prabhupada from India saying, Ramananda says you're alone. But what is this alone? Vaishnava never alone. Just like I came to your country, I was apparently feeling alone, but I was always feeling the presence of my spiritual master. So in this way he was encouraging me to. Of course I couldn't imitate Prabhupada, and help did come before long. Not so good to be alone. Like who is it that says, alone I can't push on this movement. But still, we have to learn that sometimes by circumstances we will be alone. Therefore, women are not given sannyas, because it's a little harder. They're more social, emotional. And so, for them to live alone is difficult. Therefore, they should be protected by their father and son and husband. And so, like Gandhara, some of the women are very advanced, Jokari, Queen Kunti, they're pure devotees. Like Gita says, yes, anybody can become pure devotee. Even Hanuman, the animals, the Jatayu, who's a bird, they became pure devotee. Everybody can become a pure devotee. We're not saying you can't become a pure devotee. But Prabhupada didn't give women sannyas, because it's against their nature. We have to complement each other. Men have a certain nature, women have a certain nature. The Vedic culture has been going on like that for 5,000 years. Even in India, you go to the village today, the culture is there. Women are protected. No divorce. Practically no divorce. And divorce, yeah, if we encourage divorce, and so much divorce, the result is, who suffers? Anybody? The children. The children are the most vulnerable. And they get disturbed. Mommy doesn't love me. Otherwise, or daddy doesn't love me. Why he left? The children get sick. So we don't care. Because it's self-centered. The Vedic culture is wanted. No divorce. Women are protected. But of course the women have to agree with that. Otherwise, I was speaking to one woman, one lady. She was kind of a friend of Krishna and was making this point. She said, yeah, I know, it's a protection racket. It's like the gangsters. They go to some shop and they say, hey, if you give me $50 a month, I'll make sure nobody breaks into your store or nobody windows are broken. The guy said, I've been here 20 years, I haven't had anybody break in the store. He said, well, okay, the next day the store is broken into. And then the guy comes back and says, so you want to give us that $50 a month? This is called a protection racket. They're not, they're just getting, they're exploiting, or what's the better word? Exploiting is okay. They're exploiting the simple people to get money. So that tendency we have to give up. The men have to be the most responsible. We're preaching to the men, especially. You want to get married, then you have to be responsible for the next 30 years or so, while your children until they're grown up. It's not a joke. You bring another child into the world, it's a big responsibility. But we should train the men to be ideal, first of all. The temple is a place for training, Prabhupada says. Train the men to be disciplined, to accept authority, to be you can say, cooperative with the temple authority. Then they learn. This is the training is there. Brahmacharya training should be there for the men. Then they can be good grihastas. Not so easy to be good grihastas. And therefore in ISKCON there's so much divorce. But Prabhupada, he didn't make a big thing about it, but he wasn't pleased with it. And at the beginning he was arranging some marriages, but he stopped. Because they were getting divorced. So he didn't want to put his name to it. He said, you can consult with others, or you can consult with astrology, but Prabhupada didn't anymore arrange marriages. He was, in the first days, arranging some marriages. Okay, we didn't finish this last paragraph in the purport. Since Krishna is both matter and spirit, the gigantic universal form, comprising all material manifestations, is also Krishna. And his pastimes in Vrindavan as two-handed Shamashundra, playing on the flute, are those of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Prabhupada Ki. Okay, we have 1 minute. Any questions? No, the philosophy is simple. The application is a little troublesome. Because our habit is to put ourselves in the center. We don't have to think about it. The Prabhupada Prabhupada sometimes said it's like straightening the tail of a dog. You straighten it up and again. So that we're struggling with. Each one of us individually is struggling with our lower nature. It's going to be a struggle until we come to the point of nishta. Then we're steady. No more struggle. We can be steady and go on with it. Then the door of bhakti will open. The next stage is ruchi. We get a taste. We're eager to come to Mangalarti. We're not doing it out of duty. We want to be there to see the deity, to dance, first thing in the morning. We're chanting 16 rounds because we like it. And we chant more than 16 rounds. So there's no more, drudgery. Oh, I have to chant these damn rounds. No. We feel happy to do it. So that stage is coming very quickly if we desire. We desire to make Krishna happy instead. Like Vinod Thakur says, so many lifetimes we've been trying to make ourselves happy. It hasn't worked. So why not just one lifetime dedicate to make Krishna happy? Bhagavad Gita ki. Jai. Prabhupada ki. Jai. Deity is on time. There's two things in deity worship. Punctuality and cleanliness. Oh, yes, yes. Jaya Gauranitai, 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 Jaya Radha Gopinatha Radha Gopinatha
Hare
Now you want to sing Namaste?
Namaste Narasimhaya.
Namaste Narasimhaya.
Namaste Narasimhaya.
Namaste Narasimhaya.
Prahlada Lada Daine. Prahaladaladayi.
Don't just stand there, let's do something.
Yes, let's do something.
Okay, something Krishna.
You're allowing question to speak more, please.
If you can request, and I can reply.
Good, that's the answer. Okay, thank you for the
Now, we're going to
Rukus, thank you.
Okay.
All right.
This is it.
All right, here we go. Krishna, 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 Hare.
Krishna 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 Hare.
Krishna, 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 Krishna. Hey! Krishna, 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 Rakshama. Krishna, 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 Parima.
Krishna Krishna Krishna
Rama, Rama, Krishna, Kesha, Krishna, Kesha, Krishna, Kesha, Parima. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Prabhupada, Prabhupada, Srila Prabhupada, Jaya Prabhupada. All right. So, like every evening, we're reading from the Krishna book. Krishna, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, it's a summary story of the 10th canto of Srimad Bhagavatam and His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada, the founder Acharya of the Bhaktivedanta Book Trust and the Indian Society.